So good afternoon. Welcome back to the channel. And finally, after what's felt like absolutely goddamn forever, we have breakthrough. We have liftoff. It is here we go for Mason frickin' Mount. Mason frickin' Mount. So we're going to basically cover the story here that's been released by Fabrizio Romano. We're going to delve into the finances on this and basically how someone in the club has supposedly not honoured their word, you know. And basically, let's run this from the top. So, Fabrizio Romano on the Here We Go duties once again. And it's, by the way, it's June and we have supposedly captured our first signing. June 29th, Murto Madness is finally lifted off. Like, Murto Madness is, the wheels are turning now. We're getting into the juicy stuff now. Murto Madness. Oh, better watch out for this Murto Madness. Gotta watch out for it. Because once it starts moving, once this train's going, God, better not stand in its way, because it's going to run through everyone. Much like how everyone's going to run through our midfield. But hey, it's a deal done in June, something we haven't done in about 4 years. So maybe we owe John Murto a round of applause, do we not? Owe him a round of applause for doing a deal that you said that you'd walk away from if the 55 million wasn't matched. But the deal that you set on the table that you would you'd walk away if that deal wasn't accepted. So what's happened? What changed? What made you go back? Is it oh wow, that's it. So another board basically doesn't take you seriously and have decided ultimately to to make a mockery out of you. They fleeced you, oh, a little bit of extra cash won't hurt, a little bit of extra cash wouldn't hurt. But you said you'd walk away if it was anything more than 55 million. Well, I guess it isn't more than 55 million today or tomorrow, but further down the line it is. We've got 55 million. The face-to-face meeting was crucial, apparently, But the point just above that Man United never left the race for Mount, as he's always been a priority target. Can someone please explain to me why we are desperate for an attacking midfielder when our defensive midfielder is in absolute shambles away from home every game? Caicedo hasn't had any bids put in for him yet. No one's bid for Moises Caicedo. What's going on there? Are we gonna are we gonna go full steam ahead for Moises Caicedo now? We're gonna sell Fred and work on the Moises Caicedo or Romeo Lavia. You're gonna do something like that, a number 6. We're gonna sign a number 6, or are we going to sell our midfield short again? God, I want to know, John. I want to know what special tricks you've got up your sleeve. Got to keep us guessing, Apparently, just as a sort of throwaway comment at the bottom here, Bayern were never in the race. It was only United for Mount now or in 2024. Might just be because no one really wants Mason Mount. But yeah, just a hunch. Just a hunch. It's a little bit like Arsenal win for Kai Havertz. well, no one else wanted Kai Havertz, and I can almost say with the Declan Rice news, if Declan Rice was so good, he was like this world class DM that everyone's raving mad about. Why weren't Real Madrid in for him? Why didn't Barcelona go in for him or register interest? Why didn't Bayern Munich make their interest legitimate? And why did Manchester City not win the Rice race? Why didn't they win? Probably because he's not as good as everyone makes him out to be. So this before anyone says, well, what are you talking about Arsenal for? This is Manchester United transfer news, right? Well, it is, but it also plays into the fact that Mason Mount, why people are so mad, crazy about Mason Mount and saying, oh, this guy's going to revolutionise our midfield. You won't be saying he's revolutionised our midfield when we concede 7 to Liverpool at Anfield for our second season straight. You won't be saying that. You won't be saying that he's revolutionised our midfield when Man City pipe us and put 6 goals past us again at the Etihad. You won't be saying that either. But this is what we've got to accept, right? This is what we've got to accept, signing mediocrity, hyping it up to the stratosphere, and, fulfilling said definition of insanity and doing the same things over and over and over again and expecting different results. Not addressing key areas in our team and it coming back to haunt us. I mean, this happens almost every single season. It happened last season with the striker, the striking situation. We needed another striker, didn't sign one. Needed a box-to-box last season, or a DM, signed Casemiro, and that was it. We needed to sell 10 players last summer, sold 1. Need to sell about 10 again this summer, sold none. We need to sell 10 players, right? But we've sold none. I'm not going to count Zidane, Iqbal, or Hannibal Mabry. I'm not going to count them because they weren't first teamers. They're not first team options. So I'm not going to go talk about, we've already sold players. No, we haven't. I'm talking about first team players. I'm talking about Fred. Apparently, Fred is on the way out, and Fulham are interested. Oh, hold on a second. Thought Fulham said, well, not going to sign Fred for Man United's price valuation. Well, that sucks then, doesn't it? So what are you going to do? You're going to drop price then? Or are you going to command respect in the transfer window and command the respect that you deserve, John? Is that what you're going to do? You're going to command that they pay the set price? See, if you want to get your money's worth out of Fred, God, you should stick him on the market for 50 million because that's how much it cost to buy him. Well, that worked out, didn't it? But anyways, I suppose it's about time that I sort of weigh in more fairly on this, and before saying that the transfer itself is god awful, that Mason Mount is not a terrible player, that I rated him I rated the signing itself, the transfer itself, as a move for Mason Mount as about a 6 out of 10. About a 6 out of 10, I think, just on face value. And then judging that things do work out well for us, you can reflect on it and say, well, he can be can end up being a solid, 7, 8 out of 10. Of course, we need Mason Mount to actually do what we need him to do. He's not a terrible player. It's just on the basis of the situation and the cards that we've been dealt with here. If you're going to spend money, if it's limited, right? If money's limited, spend it on the positions that you need. Do we need Mason Mount? Do we need him? Is he really the priority for what the squad needs? Erik ten Hag says yes. Anyone with a brain and two sets of eyes probably would say, well, when Moises Caicedo's on the market, no. I don't know what it is that Mason Mount's going to contribute defensively, unless he's literally going to be a player who rotates with Bruno Fernandes, in which case we better still see another midfielder coming in, if that be the case. But we've got Andre Onana. Apparently that transfer is starting to speed up as well now. So maybe we have a goalkeeper replacing David De Gea really soon. Maybe. Now, I like Onana as well. He is good with the ball at his feet. He's very much a modern goalkeeper and fits what Ten Hag wants his system to be. So I can't really have many arguments about this, about the Onana signing. But straight away, with the Mason Mount money, the Andre Onana money, your 120 million's dried up very quickly, hasn't it? Better start speeding up with your sales. So where's Harry Maguire going? Where is Fred going? Where's McTominay going? Where are these guys going? Who are you sending these guys to? Because you still got to sign a striker as well on top of that, by the way. Need a centre back to replace Maguire. We need another DM. We need a striker. There's three key positions that we need to have addressed. And we have not done so. Whatsoever. But basically, just as a case of summarising the whole thing, Mason Mount, here we go. Not a horrible signing. Not great though, I'm afraid. Not great. Not the happiest chappy about the signing, considering we've got way bigger problems to be worrying about right now. And I'll tell you what, if we show no progress going into next season compared to last, well, I'm afraid that magnifying glass is changing its viewpoint. It's moving away from the said squad and it's moving on the manager. I'm afraid, if we're getting beat for 6s and 7s, because look, you could have turned around to the board and said, look, my priority is a defensive midfielder, and if we're getting battered, and the hole in that defensive midfield does not get filled, that is falling on the manager. Regardless of what anyone says or what anyone thinks, it's falling on the manager. End of story. Because this is what he wants. He wanted this player. Well, he's got his player. So I guess we can't say that he hasn't backed the manager, right? He hasn't backed the manager, which on a simple basis, no, he hasn't. He hasn't not backed the manager. He has. That's what he has done. Supposedly gone with a £55 million, but and a £5 million additional fees based off of success and personal acumens, whatever those ones will be. But really strange thought process from United behind this one. Really strange thought process. Don't understand it. Don't really back the politics of it. So we'll have to just see what happens when all is said and done. But not a great signing, but not a bad signing. But in the context of the situation, really not what we need. Cannot afford to be signing players that we don't need in priority positions. Or signing players in positions that aren't priorities, I should say. And could spell further problems for us, but that's just solely how I think and how I feel about the situation. Maybe you'd agree with me, maybe you completely disagree. Maybe my 6 out of 10 is your 8 out of 10. Maybe my 6 out of 10 is your 10 out of 10. I don't know. But go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. Do be sure to leave a like if you agree with anything I've said, or if you despise anything I've said, then feel free to destroy the dislike button. Destroy the channel's reputation. Go for it. Go for it. The world is your oyster. Spread the hate. You can spread the hate. You can spread the love. Entirely up to you. But don't forget also to subscribe if you haven't already. And maybe we'll be posting another video later on today. Probably it'll be a much later video. But yeah, until then, it is goodbye from me, and we'll see you in the next one.